You know, if I could do it all over again, I would do it all over again. This was a great life, and it was a great journey, and I wouldn't have traded this journey for anything.
Victor Fink can and does the impossible.
I think Victor's energy is what you would describe as contagious.
He took a traditional, successful kids camp and turned it into a club for adults.
And everything I learned that matters, I learned at camp. Be positive. Don't give up. Most things in life are changeable. Follow your heart. Friendship matters. These were the lessons that got me through my life and my business. And that's what it takes, because there's a lot of bumps in the road. I always thought I was going to die at my desk someday, you know, when I got older. And I always say they're going to open the door and I say, look, Victor's dead. But it didn't work out that way.
About 10 years ago, I noticed a slight change in Victor's breathing. He seemed a little bit more out of breath. Victor was diagnosed with something called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis.
It's a disease that kind of runs along, and periodically your lung functions just drop. I was in oxygen 24/7. When I first got the disease, they said, well, the only way that you can live past when your lungs are fully scarred over is a lung transplant. And I said, I don't even think that exists. 20% of us patients die on the waiting list. So, you know, it sounds like you're just waiting. No, you're dying also. It's a bumpy road. It's a bumpy road. The average lung transplant patient only lives 5 years. Because of the rejection and infection, we're open to a lot of cancer. Somebody sneezes in a room, we could be in bed for the next 3 months. Certainly the greatest challenge in my life was having a lung transplant. It was beyond traumatic and life-threatening. You know, when I woke up from surgery and realized I was still alive, it was pretty amazing. And I said, all right, now what am I going to do with myself? I knew things had to change. And I was so grateful to be alive and having survived this amazing operation. I went to my doctors and I said, all right, guys, how do I help?
I remember right after his transplant, he was talking about getting us together as a team and celebrating, and that was the nucleus of him figuring out what our needs were as a group.
Victor, in a very short period of time, has developed a very large group of patients who are interested in the well-being and success of our program.
And they said, Victor, the research is well underway, but we're so short-funded now. Is there any way you can help us raise money? I said, I can't write that $1 million check, but I bet I could raise it from other people. So I said, let me help build a community.
He recognized if you want to get the best out of people, you need to treat them in the way that they would like to be treated.
I would have given a check. That was not even remotely what Victor was interested in. He wanted to take, I think, some of the energy and creativity that he had used to start and nurture the club into starting this charity.
A lot of people would not have started the lung transplant project. They faced a lot of obstacles, and Victor did not take no for an answer.
Victor, as I always call him, I am so glad in life that I have had the honor of taking care of you and being there side by side with you. Thank you.
We are a community. We are the Lung Transplant Project.
Victor Fink has a tenacity to push forward a project that's close to his heart. You're great. You've made this happen. Without you, there is no lung transplant project.
Besides getting the gift of life, being able to do that and give back to people, that's a real special gift.
Victor is a hero. Victor Fink is the secret lung man and can change the field of lung transplantation overnight.
Thank you, Victor, for showing us the way energetically, morally, and in every which way to be a better person and be a better doctor.
Victor, I'm grateful to you for everything you've done for our program and our patients.
It's a miracle. It's fantastic that they could do this. And I'm thrilled, you know, to have somebody else's left lung breathing in my body. 20 years ago, we wouldn't be sitting here today, so we're excited, and we'd like to be sitting here a lot longer. If somebody would have told me that 5 years after transplant, I could single-handle a 45-foot sailboat, I would have told them they were nuts. Life's not a solo journey. You know, it's really all about the crew that you travel with. And I've been blessed to have an amazing crew.